Monday, down. Wide 80. Push it hard. Down. 180. Push it hard. White down. You're wide 80. That's it. Down. 180. Push it hard, hard, hard. Down. Blue 80. Push it hard, hard, hard. Down. White 85. Blue 80. That's it. Down. Blue 80. What's up? Monday, down. 180. Push it hard, hard, hard. Down. 180. That's it. White down. 180. That's it. Down. 180. Push it hard. Down. You're 180. Push it hard. Down. Blue 80. That's it. Down. White 85. Push it hard, hard, hard. Monday, down. Blue 80. Push it hard, hard, hard. Down. 180. Blue 80. That's it. White down. White 80. What's up? Down. Push it hard, hard, hard. Down. 180. That's it. Down. You what? That's it. Down. Blue 80. Push it hard. Monday. Down. White. Push it hard. Down. Blue 8. That's it. White down. White 8. Push it hard, hard, hard. Down. Push it hard, hard, hard. Down. White 8. Blue 80. That's it. Down. White 8. What's up? Down. Push it hard, hard, hard. Monday, down. That's it. Down. White 80. That's it. White down. Blue 80. Do straight. Push it hard.
It is a building that first hosted football way back in 1966 as EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Oakland Raiders. They'll run on first down. It's Gregory, and they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. He lost 6 there on the first down play. Now on second and 16, Jackson throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and it'll bring up third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
53, Mike. Here we go.
Jackson from the shotgun. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
53 is the Mike. Watch the run. They're running it. Check. Check the ball.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a third down.
It's a gain of 6, and it's third down. Let's go now. Check it. What's it on? Hey, Mike 52. Go.
This time, Jackson will throw it. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now fourth down. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a fourth down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
At their own 21-yard line. Now.
Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at their own 21. First carry for Josh Jacobs. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. On second down, Jacobs. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle, because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
40's Mike.
Throwing his Carr on third down. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward, since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
Safety's creeping.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 5th touchdown now on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10.
29.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free.
I know it's hard to see inside the face mask of the defender right now, but I'm willing to guess that there's a nice little grin on his face because to make that type of a play downfield, you wonder if you're going to be able to make it. You know that if you don't make it, it's a big play that you're giving up. But when you do bat the ball away and you come back and you embrace your teammates, that's a lot of momentum you're bringing back to the huddle. Now you feel like they can't complete anything when they don't hit deep shots.
Check 24. Check 24. 93.
Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. He completes it to Nelson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line. Down. 185. 48's the mic. Double down. Out. Check 99.
On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. You don't see that a ton, do you? A cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Watch the
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Let's get it. Now. Mike 48. 180. 180. We're good. 180. Kill. Turn up. Purdue. 48. Express. 618. That's it.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
First down, Baltimore.
Let's go. Now the roof. And we got echo. 53. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready.
After 1-7-0 on EA Sports.
Ravens 7, Raiders nothing.
Check 53. Mike 53. 50.
Play action. It's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Max Crosby just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Play action. Now Jackson. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's more. A gain there of 21 yards.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Ready? 53 is the mark. Cover.
That one caught out wide by Boykin. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
On the set. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Wait.
Here's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Andrews, his first touchdown on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
14, Raiders nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Now.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. A pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
At the Ravens, 38-yard line.
Strip that ball.
On second down now, it's Jacobs. And he'll go down at the 28. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Shotgun now for Carr. He's got him in. It's Williams. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Tyrell Williams with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Jackson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive lineman with their faking people.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Jackson now. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there, and it's 3rd down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Jackson. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. The Ravens send their punter out now. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets it away, and I think they'll smartly play keep away here from Brown.
That's it, baby. We got one. At their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Carr, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. To throw, it's Carr. Got a man, it's Brown. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. The final shot here before half for Carr. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half.
Let's go. Let's do this.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
6:37. Express. Check. Motion out of the backfield. Motion out of the backfield.
Now Carr. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but the stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
Check 53 is mine. All day. All day.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of 8 that time, and it brings up third down.
A dime look defensively for the Raiders on third down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Pretty good job escaping the pressure. Gets him 15 yards on the scramble, but now it's fourth down.
And defensively, they had an extra defensive back on the field, their nickel package, and it made a difference. All the receivers were blanketed, so he tried to run for it, but he came up just a bit short.
Tucker's kick is good. So there you go, partner. How about that?
Oh, that was pretty cool.
That will tie the all-time record set by Matt Prater of the Broncos back in 2013.
And you know, when Prater hit from 64, that was like breaking DiMaggio's streak or breaking the 4-minute mile of Bannister. Tom Dempsey, 63, that was a legendary number. So to top that here, even if it just ties the record, pretty darn awesome.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. It's Williams on the catch. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now. 180. 180. We're good. We're good. 180. White.
On 1st down, Jacobs. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
At the 45-yard line.
Now. 180. The 48 right now. Let's go. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Shoot. Find down. The mic. Check. 48's the mic. You don't want none of that. Give me it. Pick up the ball.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
3rd and 6.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
7:34.
From the gun, it's Carr. It's caught. Nelson. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 25-yard line.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
48 the mic. Go team, spill. Take four.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be a second down.
Second and 9 at the 25-yard line.
Monday, down. 280. Squeeze, double. 93. Hey, go, Mike 40.
On second and 9, Carr. Got his man, it's Williams. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Check 13.
Here's Jacobs. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at second and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal.
Now. 48 Mike. 180. 180. We're good. 180. Give me that ball.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded at the 2. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. To throw on second and 6, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. The Ravens on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Let's go, Heavy. Let me know what you got. What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go.
Now it's Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. And the safety, Carl Joseph, there to knock that one away.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to kick it away. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Hey, down. 180. Like the 48 right now. Let's go. Oh, here we go. 694. 48 the mark. Check 48.
On second and 9, Carr. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A gain there of 21 yards. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
Carr now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. Here's Carr. He completes it to Nelson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
That's another Raiders first down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on first and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And down inside the 15 he goes. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Raider 2. Two draw Corker.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. He's coming. Double up, double up.
Here's Jacobs. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up first and goal.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Shit. Alert 3, alert 3.
OP.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
On second down, it's Jacobs. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing is Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Jackson. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Max Crosby able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
53's the mark. 53. Check 53. I can't believe they let you play.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. Call it no gain there on the 1st down play.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4. Now Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Kill. Pilot, 64, weak.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jacobs. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Tyus Bowser with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Third and 11. And some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime. This time Jackson will throw it. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on fourth down.
My 52, my 52.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Where's 52? Watch 52. Go. Hey, I'm coming, I'm coming.
On fourth down, Jackson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Cleveland Farrell. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. So this one fairly well in the bag as they take over with a first and goal.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up a second and goal.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
Carr going to throw here. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That catch good for 8, but still, it's third and goal now. So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for Oakland, a loss would have really hurt. As it stands, they finish the first half at 3-5. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.